Hello everyone, this is Unit 7A, which is entitled How About a Hostel? Of course, we have two parts. Whenever I write 8 means there's another essay part, either another part or other parts. But as far as Unit 7, this unit we have only two parts, Unit 7A and Unit 7B. The slides have been arranged by me and edited by Professor Jinan Ahmed. So, in this unit, you have to learn the different types of places to live in, different types of accommodation. The first type is called guest house. Guest house is a private house where you can get your own room. Breakfast is usually included. Sometimes all meals are included too. So in this room you might find bed and breakfast. Sometimes it's called bed and breakfast. So guest house usually when you do not offer you cannot offer, let's say, a house, renting a house or whatever. So you might hire one room within a house and live in. Of course, we don't. I think we don't have it here in Iraq, but maybe in special areas. Campsite is the other place that you can also live in. You can sleep in a tent. There are usually toilets and showers. Sometimes there are shops. Hostel, you usually sleep in a large room with other guests, sometimes called a dorm. There is often a kitchen, so you can make your own meals, or sometimes there is a bar. Of course, bar in Iraq is not acceptable, so this is only outside. And sometimes the kitchen is shared, and sometimes you have the toilets also shared, and sometimes it's shared between only two persons, or let's say majority, or let's say many people. So it depends. Hotel, you can have your own room and usually your own bathroom too. Breakfast is often included in the price, and you can sometimes have other meals too. An apartment or a flat, we call it flat or apartment. A private house where it is your own house, or you have a lounge, okay, or basic room. So these are the different types of accommodation that you can let's say live in. In dialogue 1, I just want you to pay attention to the dialogues. You don't have to learn these dialogues by heart, as I told you, but you are supposed to look at the, let's say, vocabularies and phrases used. Here it said check-in. So we have a dialogue between a guest and a receptionist. The receptionist say, "Good morning, sir or madam. Can I help you? I would like to check in, please." See, check in. So I just want you to pay attention. "Certainly, sir, madam. Do you have a reservation?" Sometimes we do the reservation ahead before we come to the hotel, and sometimes no. You go to the let's say hotel, and on the spot you do the reservation. The guest says, "Yes, my name is," and you mention your name. "Oh yes, Mrs., Miss, Mr., and Miss, whatever. Can I have your credit card, please?" "Sure, is Visa card okay?" Sometimes, here in Iraq, we usually pay cash. Okay, but outside, when you travel, you might use your credit card, Visa card, MasterCard, whatever. "Yes, that's fine, thank you. How long will you be staying?" See, this is the next question. The other question that the reception asked is, how long will you be staying? 3 nights. "Here is my credit card. Thank you. You are in room 2508. Please sign here. Here is your key." After you sign, let's say, a document, then you will be given the key. The bellboy, see, bellboy. Bellboy is a person who escorts you to your room, helps you with your, let's say, luggage, or if you have something, let's say, very heavy to carry, will help you with your luggage and show you the way to your room. Reception, breakfast here. What time is the breakfast? Okay, this is the guest. Say breakfast is from 7 to 9 in the restaurant on the third floor. Thank you. What time is the checkout? Checkout is at 10 a.m. midday usually. Thank you. Have a pleasant, let's say, day, or let's say stay, whatever. So here I just want you to pay attention to the things written in blue. Sorry. Here, how can I help you? Do you have a reservation? Okay, you will pay using your credit card or Visa card or with or cash. How long will you be staying? See, the bellboy. What time is the checkout? What time is this check-in? What time is the breakfast? Okay, etc. This is dialogue one. The same dialogue, but now it is what? Checkout. Good morning, sir, madam. How can I help you? I want to check out, please. Now you already finished the 3 days and you want to check out. Say, certainly. Room number, just because you need to remind the reception with your room number so that he will send the bellboy or someone else to check the room and everything before you leave. Room number 2508. Here is the key, and you have to return back the key so that the bellboy or the service boy will try to check the room. Thank you, just a minute. Then he starts checking the computer and calls and see you had some drinks and snacks from the minibar. Sometimes a room has a minibar. It's a small fridge. If you consume the food and everything the Swiss put there, then you have what? You have to pay for that. That comes to $35. How would you like to pay? See, cash please. That's fine, thank you. And here is your receipt. Okay. Then the guest asks, can I have a taxi from for the airport? Say certainly. The doorman. See, the doorman will order one. Okay. Thanks. Bye. Please come back and stay again. Have a safe journey. See, so sometimes in the hotel you find some facilitations, some facilities. For instance, we find swimming pool, spa, sauna, conference room, Wi-Fi, bar, free newspaper, gym, fitness, okay, shuttle bus, free coffee and tea making facilities, etc. So I just want you to pay attention to these, let's say, expressions. This is dialogue 2. Hello, Ashley Hotel. Hello, Ashley Hotel. Hello, I would like to make a reservations for 3 nights beginning on March 6th. Here it's supposed to be on March 6th. Okay. Yes, of course. What kind of a room would you like? See, this is another question that the reception might ask. What type of a room would you like? Because we have different types of rooms. I would like a double room. How much would that be? A double room is $42 a night. Okay, I will take it. What is the name, please? Okay, you mentioned your name, and then what time are you arriving? I mean, the reception is asking about the time of your arrival. We are planning to arrive around 8 in the evening. Very well, because they need to prepare the room and everything. Then you say, thank you, bye and bye. Okay. In dialogue 3, again, we have checking in. Okay, welcome to the Sheraton. May I help you? See, the beginning of the dialogue, you have to greet somebody. I would like to check in. I have a reservation. So this means that you already did the reservation by phone. What's your name? He asks you about your name, and you mention your name, and then you requested a single room. He is now checking based on your let's say name. He is now checking the computer for the reservation and say, okay, you requested a single room for 3 nights. Is that correct? Yes. Could I have a room on the upper floors, away from the ice machine? No problem. Do you prefer smoking or non-smoking floor? This is a new, let's say, piece of information. We have 2 types of floors. We have smoking and non-smoking. Say non-smoking, please. Could you fill out the registration form? Fill out. Sometimes we say fill in. Fill out. Okay. Thank you. And will you be paying by cash or credit card? See, will you be paying? Okay. By cash or credit card? I just want you to pay attention to these, let's say, questions. Cash, if you accept that. American dollars, of course, sir. If you acquire local currency, we can also exchange money. I mean, if you, for instance, you travel abroad and you don't have, let's say, for instance, dollars, or you don't have, or sometimes here in Iraq, you don't have Iraqi currency, you have only dollars. Sometimes they accept to do the exchange for you. Your room number is 1109. Here is your key. Enjoy your stay at the Sheraton. Okay. If you require anything further, feel free to call the front desk. Okay. The information desk. Okay, or the receptionist. Would you like assistance with your bags? No, thanks. I only have one, and I can manage that. See. This is dialogue 4. Room service. Hello. Here we have a call from the, let's say, a room service. Hello, room service. Hello, I'm calling from room 113. I would like to order dinner. Now it seems that you are inside your room and you called room service to bring the dinner for you. What would you like to order? I would like a roast beef dinner with mashed potatoes and green beans. Would you care for something to drink with dinner? Oh, yes, a large glass of milk. Any desserts? A dish of vanilla ice cream. Thank you. I'll bring it up in about, say, 30 minutes. See? It seems that you are now inside your room. In dialogue 4, good morning, this is checking out. Again, may I help you? Yes, I would like to check out now. My name is Adams and my room is 312. Here is the key. One moment, because the receptionists need to check their room and everything. Here's your bill. Would you like to check and see if the amount is correct? What is the £40 for? Okay, sometimes you receive the receipt from the receptionist and you find there is extra money. So you are asking about what is the £40 for, because there is additional price. That is for the phone calls. It seems that the person, okay, the guest already make phone calls, so you made from your room. Can I pay with the traveler's checks? Certainly. Okay, then you continue to the end. There is nothing in you. Okay. Here, I just want you to pay attention to certain, some of the, let's say, expressions, of course, that are used with hotel, reservation and accommodation, whatever, different types of accommodation. So I just want you to pay attention to these expressions and see. Okay, some of these expressions are repeated here and there. So just, try to read several times so that you will learn these expressions by heart. So to make reservations, make reservations. So you say, for instance, I want to make a reservation, or I already made reservations. Okay, it depends. If you made one, or if you made several ones, it depends. Sometimes they, oh, I'm sorry, we are fully booked. There is no place in our hotel. It's fully booked. Okay. A single. If you are asking for, let's say, a type of room. For instance, I want to reserve a room. Say, what type of room do you prefer? A single room, a double room, a twin room, a suite, a room with a shower, a bath, a telephone, air conditioning, etc. So we have different types of rooms. The reception desk. Here we have the reception desk. To check in, to check out, see, these are the verbs used. Check out is at midday, which means at 10:30, something like that. Fill in the reservation form, fill in, see, fill in, and sometimes we use fill out. The registration form, okay, here, sign in the register, sign in. It's a book that you sign, okay, once you receive your key. Pay by cash or a credit. Do you prefer to pay by cash or credit? Okay, sometimes you call the hotel service room service. So we have two expressions. Put it on my bill. Sorry, sometimes you make phone calls, or sometimes you consume the things available in the minibar. So the extra money, the cost will be, you ask the receptionist to put the cost on my bill, on your bill, please. Are pets allowed in the hotel? Pets, a small, and it is a small animal. For instance, we have tame animals like cats, dogs, whatever. I just want you to give me a call at 7 sharp. Okay, is it possible to call a taxi to the airport? See, these are questions and some expressions that you might use. I'm looking for somewhere to stay. So if you want to prefer, or if you want to ask about accommodation, you say, this is the question, I'm looking for somewhere to stay. Okay, can you recommend somewhere central? Can you recommend a place to live in? You say, what type of place do you want? It central, convenient, quiet, comfortable, cheap, private, inexpensive, less noisy. Okay. It is too expensive. Sometimes you ask about the price and see that the price is very expensive. So you say, it's too expensive for me. And then when somebody offers something for you, you say, what is it like? if you say it's a room with a shared, let's say, bathroom, for instance, so I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom. Sometimes you have a shared bedroom, a shared, let's say, a bathroom, a shared kitchen, yes. So I'm not keen on sharing a bedroom. If you are not interested, say I'm not keen on, I'm not interested, I don't like sharing bedroom. Okay, that sounds interesting, or you can say that sounds pretty interesting. That sounds very interesting. That sounds fairly interesting, quite interesting, really interesting. So these are adverbs that can be used to describe this adjective. Can you tell me more about that? If you want more pieces of information about the accommodation, you say, okay, can you tell me, would you please, tell me more about that accommodation? Could I have a look at it? If you want to have a look, okay, you can say, could I have a look at it? And also we have some other expressions. I would like a room for 2 nights, please. Can I see the room, please? Do you have a room with a bath? What time is breakfast? Where is the restaurant? What time is checkout? Are there any laundry facilities? Sometimes you have problems with your, let's say, with the hotel. So, for instance, I want to change my room because it's not clean, it's too noisy, very small. The tap is broken, for instance. The air conditioner is broken down. The shower is not working well, or it's blocked. The television is not working, etc. Okay. Some hotel expressions also we have. Do you have a reservation? How many nights do you prefer or do you want? Do you want a single room or a double room? Do you want breakfast? Sorry, we are full. Okay, your room number is. These expressions are usually, said by the receptionist. Request. If you have a request, can I have, let's say, some towels, extra blankets, extra pillows, some soap, some shampoo, okay, or toilet paper, or etc. Here also we have some other expressions. I would like to get an accommodation at your hotel. I wanna let's say reserve a room at your hotel. See, find or get an accommodation. I would like to check in. I have reserved, or I've already reserved the room. Is it a single room, double, a twin, suite, a room with shower, bath? See, pets are allowed in the hotel. Give me a wake up call at 7 sharp. Okay, see, this is repeated, but I want you just to keep reading these expressions so that these expressions will stay in your mind. Sometimes these expressions are said by the receptionist. We are fully booked. Have you reserved the room before? I will check in the register book. What floor would you like? Do you prefer smoking or non-smoking floor or area? Checkout is at midday. Okay, fill in the registration form, please. Sign in the register, please. You can pay by cash or credit card. Hotel service or a room service. You can, there is a hotel service or room, and you can call. Okay. Here also we have some answer the receptionist questions. Good morning. Can I help you? What time? What's your name, please? Yes, you have reserved a single room for the 3 nights. Is that correct? These questions are said by the receptionist. What floor do you prefer, smoking or non-smoking? Could you fill in the registration form, please? Sign the register, please. Okay, and all the pieces of information are repeated. Here also, single with a shower. These are the types of room. Non-smoking floor, the lower floor. We have upper floor and lower floor, and we have a smoking and non-smoking area. You get the key and ask the receptionist. Once you receive the key, you ask the receptionist to give. Could you please give me a wake-up call at 7? Is it possible to bring a breakfast in the room? Okay. Is it possible for you to call a taxi for me? Okay, etc. Also, here we have some expressions. You greet. Usually at the beginning of any, let's say, conversation, there should be what? Greeting. Then ask if he or she has reserved it. This is the receptionist. First of all, he has to greet, and then you say, okay, do you have a reservation? Have you reserved the room before? You have several different rooms. These are the types of room. You ask about how many nights do you want? Would you like to stay? How would you like to pay? If you need any services, and then you give the key to him. Here we have some points to discuss. Let's rent a flat. It's easier to take care of. I mean, if you were asked, let's say, which accommodation do you prefer to live in? Do you prefer to live in a flat, big house, small house, campsite, guest house, hotel? Tell me why you love. Tell me why. You have to answer this question and give me the reason for your preference. Which type of residence suits you best, and why? Consult an estate agent. Estate agent is the person who is responsible for finding an accommodation for you. Okay, these are explanation. And usually, once he finds something for you, you have to give him a commission to tip him. Okay, yes. How to negotiate about price? Sometimes, of course, when you go or do shopping, you are not going to buy things directly. You have to negotiate the price. You have to negotiate a better price, because sometimes, even if you are, let's say, unless you are, let's say, wealthy or very rich and you don't care about money, but sometimes you have what? You have a fixed budget, or you may be operating on a tight budget. Okay, which means fixed budget. I mean, this is the allowance. I mean, this is I mean, you have a lot, let's say, an amount of money, and you can. I mean, we have somehow flexible. You can add more. You can add less. You can. I mean, reduce. Okay, whatever. But if you are on a tight budget, it means that it's totally, let's say, inflexible. You cannot pay more. Either this or you will not buy it. Okay, so in this case, usually we shop around, we check several shops, and then see whether these shops, if there's anyone who is offering a good discount, or a reduced price. Okay, and then only then we can buy. Okay, I'm on a tight budget, so I'm looking for your best price. So if you are in a tight budget, means that you cannot pay more. If you pay more, you will not be able to buy the other thing that you decided to buy. Yes, I don't have a lot of wiggle room, which means I cannot increase my budget too much. This is my limit. Okay, what's your best price? And can you come down in price so that you can meet me? Okay, come down. See this expressions, come down in price to meet me. Or what can he take off the price to get closer to your budget? Sometimes say, can you take off the price? Can you take off the price to get close to my budget? Okay, take off, come down, which means reduce the price so that you can get close to my, let's say, budget, so that I can buy. These expressions are very important. In this case, when somebody is asking you to reduce the price, you say, okay, let me just run the numbers, do my calculations, and see whether I can offer you a reduced price or a further reduction, any further reduction. What will your cash price be? Okay, let's meet in the middle. Sometimes he offers you a price and you offer a price. So to be on the safe side, you say what? You say, okay, let us meet in the middle. It's neither your price nor my price. Let's just take something in the middle. Okay, something in between your price and my price. So here are the expressions: fixed budget, tight budget, very little flexibility. You cannot, you cannot exceed. You have particular budget. Okay, sometimes you have some budget for extra things that you want to buy. Okay, shop around. You have to shop around before you buy something to make sure that the prices are similar. Discount, is there any discount? To have in mind, to think about. Okay, how much you are willing to go, which means how much more you will spend. Okay, how much more you will offer above the asking price. And a showroom is a place where you can display. Sorry, I couldn't read it, so you can just go back again to it. So here we have what another, let's say, other vocabularies. Here we have what we have adjoining rooms. Sometimes you say, for instance, I want to buy, I want to rent or reserve, joint in adjoining or adjoining rooms, which means sometimes in a hotel you have two rooms with a door in the center, a door that join the two rooms together from the inside. Amenities, local facilities such as stores and restaurants, attractions, okay, things for tourists to see and do, baggage, luggage, bed and breakfast, a home that offers a place to stay, bed and breakfast. Remember, this is the guest house. Bellboy is the staff member who helps guests with their luggage. Book is the to arrange. Here we have a register, a book that in which you they arrange the staying the period of staying at home. Also here we have what booked. We are fully booked, which means there are no vacancies. Okay, brochures, okay, flyers, small booklets, provide information about the local areas, check-in, check-out, complimentary breakfast, which means this is what complimentary shampoo, coffee, okay, free of charge, so you don't have to pay for that. Cot, roll-away bed, okay, a single bed on wheels that folds up. Okay, damage charge. If you damage something in the room, then you will be charged and you have to pay for that damage. Deposit, sometimes when you rent a flat, you pay a deposit, and this deposit will be paid back again once the period of your, say, renting or hiring, it's over. Double bed, floor, front desk, reception is the same as a front desk. Guest, see, we have only, let's say, vocabularies. Here we have the questions that I want you to just think them over. Do you like staying in hotels? You have to tell me why. What type of accommodation do you prefer? What facilities available in the nearest hotels or accommodation? Do you prefer a hotel room or any apartment? Do you think that hotels are comfortable, and why? Do you usually stay in a hotel when you travel, and why? Do you know a good hotel? Have you ever complained at a hotel? Have you ever booked a hotel room? Have you ever been to a 5-star hotel? Would you like to work in a hotel? Have you ever, let's say, had problems because of the hotels, because all the hotels were full? And we have so many other questions. So you have to just read these questions and try to discuss them in the stream. Okay, in Canada and US, a sink is where you wash your hands and face. In the UK, Australia, and New Zealand, okay, a sink is where you wash dishes in the kitchen, and you wash your hands and face in the basin. So we say the sink, okay, sink, which means the place where you can wash the dishes, but we call the basin, okay, if you want to let's say wash your hands and face. But in Canada and US, they use sink for washing hands, okay, for washing the hands and face. So we have differences in usage. Dollars are used in Canada, the US, Australia, and the New Zealand. We say dollars. Okay, a slang term for dollars is bucks. Instead of saying dollars, we say what? Bucks. Pounds are used where in the UK. Okay, a slang term for the pound is quid. So bucks for dollars, okay, and quid for what? For the pounds. Here we have some exercises I also want you to discuss and read and discuss. You are looking for a house. Develop a conversation between a group of friends on that, highlighting the following, because we are looking for a house. The type of a house, of a flat, location or neighborhood, number of rooms, rent, okay, furniture and appliances, okay, and the special features. Exercise 2. There is no place like home. Of course, sometimes you travel, you go to your sister's house or brother's house or your relatives, but you do not feel okay or comfortable unless you go back to your home. So I just want you to share with me your opinion, whether you have the same opinion or not. Describe your would-be house or the house where you live in. If I ask you to describe the house where you live, it consists of how many floors? How about the first floor, the second floor, or upstairs? So you have to tell me something about it. Can you describe the floor plan? Because here sometimes we have what two types, let's say, or two types of floors. We have the on the ground, and we have the upstairs, the upper. Okay, so if you wanna, let's say, describe the plan of the floor, how many rooms, how many bathrooms, how many kitchens, etc. Um, when you enter the flat, you are in the living room. It's a large square room. The kitchen is off the living room to the left. There is a door at the far end of the living room that leads to the hall. The two bedrooms are down the hall on the right, and the bathroom is on there. This is only an explanation. You can just pay attention and have a look at it. Imagine that you are talking to an estate property who is describing, sorry here, who is describing three different rental properties that would be suitable for their client. Okay, so here, if you have, sometimes you go to an estate property and ask them some other questions about the available, let's say, different types of accommodations available. So he starts explaining for you the different. Here we have a small house, we have a plant, we have something like that. And an international students deciding on a place to study. When you decide to travel to study outside, so first of all you think of a college, university to study, and then you have to think of the place where you can live in. Living on campus, dormitory, okay. Which if you were, let's say, if you were a student and who let's say who prefer to study outside, would you care, or would you prefer to live in a house, in a hostel, okay, in a campsite, or let's say in a guest house, in a hotel? Tell me about the different, let's say, options you have. Okay, this is the end of these slides. Okay, we have the references. If you have any questions concerning, let's say, any of these slides, please do not hesitate to discuss on the stream. Okay, thank you very much for your listening.